Hey, there we are. We're back on the internet. Hello. Butter's mouth is still slightly full of chips and salsa.
Just a little.
I had a productive break.
Yeah.
This is we're Optimal Play. We're back. If you're watching the stream, we've only been on for like less than 5 minutes. If you're watching a video, this is a different one entirely.
Hello.
I don't know when you watched the last one. Welcome back from 3 years ago. We are finishing Mojo. If we win, I guess finishing Mojo Mania.
We are hopefully finishing Mojo Mania.
Yeah, and we're on borrowed time to play cards together at this at the same table with you moving soon. So if we had lost against Spiral, I was going to suggest we probably just play Mojo anyway.
Disastrous. That would have been. Yeah, that's a good point.
I was not really going to suggest that we replay that scenario. I don't think.
Just pretend.
That said, it didn't come up because spoiler, we won.
Woo! We sure did.
Yeah,
Pulled it out.
yeah, it was a good game. Actually, I liked the scenario an awful lot. It's one that could have been very frustrating.
Very much.
We're on like a treadmill to essentially like expose the villain to be attackable, and then she remains vulnerable for a variable amount of time, and then it's variable how hard it is to find her again.
Yeah. A lot of variables.
Yeah, actually, maybe just because we had a good time, maybe I'm not ready to say that scenario is good.
Sure.
Quite yet.
Sure.
But we did have a good time, so that's what counts.
Hooray.
And we will read the flavor text and special rules for the Mojo scenario, but we have a couple cards to sleeve, so I'm looking ahead at the scenario and setup. Are you okay over there?
Chip went down the wrong.
Oh no,
pipe. It's all good.
Here we go. His setup is choose a modular encounter set plus an additional modular set per player from the Mojo Mania scenario pack and set them aside. Put the Wheel of Genres environment into play.
Yes.
Spinning side face up. I'm into this already.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess let's probably use the three, even though we've... Well, wait. So what's going on here? You cannot choose to use modular encounter sets that are checked off the campaign log for the scenario. If there are not enough remaining, you can choose checked off sets. Okay, so we have to use crime and horror, because we have not used those yet. But then the question is, do we bring back sitcom, which is the one that we played in game one and not just now, or do we revisit fantasy, western, or sci-fi?
I would vote fantasy.
Okay, fantasy was fun.
Not sci-fi because it had those like 2.0 versions of those villains that are really tough. Like Magneto,
Yeah.
3.76, Blob 3.14.
Yeah, that was rough. Okay, here, we want to find the fantasy cards from the encounter deck from last game then while I sleeve these. So the shows, for crime, it's Dial M for Mojo, and in horror, it's the Mojo Files. Do you consider the X-Files to be a horror show?
Not at all.
Me neither. I guess it's I guess it's like sci-fi and mystery and kind of
Sci-fi thriller.
thrillery. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely not
It certainly has horror elements.
Sure. Something being scary shouldn't classify it as horror, though, I don't think.
Well, then what does classify something as horror?
Well, when its sole purpose is to be scary. The sole purpose of X-Files was not to scare you. It was to intrigue your mind.
So see, now I'm just going to go down this rabbit hole and screw this up for you.
Please.
So is like,
Try.
are the Scream movies horror?
Yes.
But aren't they just as much to scare? Aren't they comedies?
Yes, I mean, they are not classical horror films, but they are horror films
You said their sole purpose was to scare, and I would argue that they are like 60% funny, 40% scary.
Maybe I shouldn't have said the sole purpose of them.
And I say this as a Scream liker.
Yeah. But Scream is kind of different too, in that it exists being aware of itself.
It is, yeah. That's why I like it. Actually, is it's like super, not quite fourth wall breaking, but like it's a satire of its own genre.
Exactly, it's a satire horror.
Yeah.
of itself. That is still a horror.
Literally, did you see? So Scream 6 comes out Friday. I'm tentatively looking forward to it. It's supposed to be good. Did you see Scream 5?
No.
I couldn't. So I had not seen any Scream movies since I was in like high school, and the ones that I saw, I saw some back then, and I had not seen them all. So I think I maybe still haven't seen Scream 3.
Sure.
I came into Scream 5 thinking like, I am over this series, don't care.
Yeah.
But we had a couple friends over and we were watching. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
That's awesome.
I had to have a couple references back to the series explained to me. Like, who is that again? That kind of thing. Great movie.
I've only seen the original Scream, and I only saw it about 3 years ago for the first time.
Oh wow, okay.
It was one of those like, what's the hype on this Scream thing really about? And I saw it, and I was like, that was absolutely fantastic.
Ryan, and in particular, Ryan's cousin loves Scream. A couple years, I think maybe it was the Halloween before COVID, maybe like Halloween 2019.
I could see Scream being like Ryan's favorite movie.
They did, Titanic's his favorite movie, but
oh, of course,
I forgot. It's not in frame all that well. There's a Lego Titanic up there. Yeah, is what that red line is. There we go. I'm tracing it now. This is important that I finish that. Okay. But he and his cousin went to an event on Halloween in the San Francisco Bay Area where there was a screening of Scream at the house where Scream was filmed. At the main house from Scream.
How cool.
Which now is back to just mostly being a house where people live.
Sure.
But they were, rented it out or got permission to use it for this event. And so they got to, walk around in the Scream house and stuff. They had a great time.
That's like the house from, if you heard recently in the news, The Goonies, which sold.
I didn't hear this.
It's like an hour and a half from Portland.
I can picture that house.
Yeah, it's in Aurora, Oregon, where our friends Mark and Margaret, they want to one day move to. Don't know if you knew that.
I didn't.
They say it. Who knows if they will?
They say a lot of things.
They do say a lot of things. But yeah, that house recently sold a couple months ago for like $1.4 million.
Wow.
It's been a whole thing in that city apparently because it gets a lot of tourists and people visiting it. Locals don't love it.
Oh, sure. I just almost shuffled this deck and then looked at the other side of the main scheme, which says, set them aside and only shuffle one of them at random in. So I'm glad I didn't just shuffle them all.
Did you see the threat limit on this scheme?
I did.
Holy mackerel.
I managed to play it a little cooler than you did. Your eyes got big.
I saw that number. I was like, what's going to happen here?
Yeah, he's referring to, on the backside of the Mojo Mania main scheme, 25 times player count threat limit. Although you start with 20. Start with 10 per player.
What?
So that'll be interesting. I also just need to get the standard encounter set out of the spiral deck, and then we should be good to follow the rest of the instructions and go. For the viewers who may or may not have been following the campaign so far, who are you playing?
I'm playing Rogue.
All right. Way to fill that airtime.
You may know her as Anna Marie. But I'm Rogue.
All right, and I am Gambit. I'm playing a slightly modified version of his starter deck.
Same.
Yeah.
We have tinkered these starter decks just a little bit. They're not, though. I think we both admit the starter decks for these were not bad.
They were fine.
They're perfectly serviceable. Some extras. You do find in the starter decks because they want to give you all 3 copies of a card.
Yeah, sometimes there's things you don't really need 3 of.
You really do not need 3 of a lot of these cards. So mine anyway, I took out the 3 that I did not need.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
And these being mutant/X-Men cards, there's certain synergies that it's like there's certain cards you just don't want to use because you could pay off having your mutant or X-Men trait being utilized in whatever other cards there are as well, which is limiting but beneficial in other ways too.
Oops, these obligations ought to get shuffled in, I guess. We didn't draw a single obligation last game. Not as an encounter card.
You're correct.
Yeah. It's nice.
Well, now it's going to happen.
And had no nemesis either.
And no Shadow of the Past. That's right. That's right. Ooh.
Well, for now, this encounter deck is quite small, so our odds of hitting those cards is high. Okay. Scenario number 3. The story so far. You realize this was all for nothing, the defeated Spiral says with resignation. If I help you escape, Mojo will just force me to bring you back. When you suggest that you will handle Mojo, Spiral looks skeptical. If you can take down the spineless one, is he literally spineless?
I guess he is. He has a metal.
That's why he's in like a chair. Okay.
And the chair has like a metal spine up.
Huh. If you can take down the spineless one, I'll send you home, she agrees. You better be fast, though. He feeds off attention, and you're bringing him huge ratings. If you can't defeat him quickly, he'll be unstoppable.
Oh.
Once Spiral's sure you understand, she teleports you once again. You face yourself in yet another Mojo Vision program, this time face-to-face with the exploitative executive of excess himself, Mojo. That's a good sentence. I don't know if that's unique. That was probably not written for this. I bet that's been used, but still, I like exploitative executive of excess.
That is good.
I said it so much better the first time than the second.
It's all right. We got it.
So you think you can cancel me, Mojo sneers? Didn't do high-pitched Mojo.
Yeah, Case said, please, character voices.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That was my character. I don't know what Spiral sounds like. That was my Spiral voice.
That's fair.
So you think you can cancel me? Mojo sneers. I'm in charge around here. You'll do what I say or you'll be fired into the sun.
No!
Come to think of it, that would make for a great finale.
He's right.
Yeah. Mojo, new rules.
Oh, gosh.
Set aside encounter sets. During setup, the players are instructed to choose modular encounter sets from the Mojo Mania scenario pack equal to the number of players plus one. When these encounter sets, one of these encounter sets is shuffled into the encounter deck by the when revealed ability on the B side of the scheme. Mm-hmm. The others are set aside and are later added to the encounter deck by the Wheel of Genres environment card. Next special rule section, the Wheel of Genres. Mm-hmm. The Wheel of Genres environment card is put into play with its spinning side face up during setup. I've got it right here. The forced response on Wheel of Genres triggers when the encounter deck is reset after emptying. If there are no set-aside encounter sets remaining when this happens, the players lose the game.
Oh.
Otherwise, the Wheel of Genres is flipped to its stopped side. The forced response on the stopped side of the Wheel of Genres triggers the next time the players deal encounter cards in the encounter deck during the villain phase and brings a set-aside modular encounter set into the game. It is recommended that the players keep the Wheel of Genres environment card near the encounter deck as a reminder to resolve its abilities. That seems logical. So setup, we already chose encounter sets, making sure to use all the ones that had not been used yet this campaign. You're starting with Longshot in play, since we had him in play at the end of the last one, and the campaign lets us do that.
Yep.
And then each player can take up to one copy of each card they've recorded in the campaign log and put it into play under their control. So you've started with Rogue's Jacket and X-Mansion, and I have shuffled my deck forgetting to start with Thieves Guild. Another upside of the campaign. I really like this mini campaign. Because I've been mostly disappointed by the campaign mechanics in the big ones, and this one just trims it back and it's like lightweight, but it feels like it should be lightweight because it's one little pack and all that anyway.
A lot of value in this pack.
Yeah. Okay, so that's starting in play, and then I assume, we add threat to the main scheme equal to the cost of the cards we put into play this way, which is a total of 4. So the main scheme...
What's another 4?
Mojo Mania has 10 times the number of players starting threat, so we'll get, oh god, I made a mess. Oh no.
I think 24 starting threat on a scheme is a record for us.
Yeah, I sure haven't seen more than that. I was looking for your, don't you have... Oh, you have tokens for damage that are 20s and 50s. I guess you don't for threats.
I think they assumed they would never go that high.
Yeah, shows what they know. So we've got 24 on the main scheme. Okay, that's it for...
We're halfway to losing already on the main scheme.
We are. Yeah. Not quite. You rounded up.
Almost.
Yeah. And then the main scheme says, when revealed, choose one set-aside encounter card at random, reveal its show environment card, and shuffle its remaining cards in the encounter deck. Okay, well, so they're all, the modular encounter sets are all just stacked here. You don't know what order they're stacked, so why don't you just pick first, second, or third, or just pick a card and we'll use that set, yeah. Alright, we are in a horror show.
Yes!
Love that. Okay, so we're going to look for Dial M for Mojo as the environment card, and the rest will get shuffled into the encounter deck.
Okay. You want me to read what this does? Dial M for Mojo?
I would love if you would do that.
Each other encounter card gains Insight 1, which Insight was...
Insight adds a threat to the main scheme.
Every time it's
It's like when revealed, add a threat to the main scheme, yeah.
Ugh.
So, yep.
Bad.
It is, yeah.
Each friendly character gets +1 thwart.
Oh. Extra threat, extra thwart.
Okay.
I don't use my thwart skill, though, so that's not great for Gambit.
Yeah, but that also puts Longshot at 3 thwart, as well as our heroes as well. So allies. Okay.
Yeah, that feels good.
All right, when revealed, discard each other setting.
Oh, so it replaces another setting, yeah. And Then Mojo Mania goes on to say, Force Interrupt. When a character flips or leaves play, move all threat from that character to this scheme.
I'm sorry. When a character flips or leaves play, move all threat from that character to the scheme?
Well, that's nonsense. Threat doesn't go on characters. But that's what it says.
Oh, that means Mojo.
Mojo's going to be sprinkling threat on things.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord. Oh.
We also haven't looked at Mojo Stage 1. Would you do the honors?
Yeah, so Mojo Stage 1, he's a 2-scheme, 1 attack. His trait is spineless. He has 16 hit points per hero, so 32, kind of a lot.
Yeah.
After your turn ends, he is a force response hero. Force response hero. After your turn ends, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Place 1 threat on your hero for each card discarded this way that does not belong to the Mojo encounter set.
Okay. The deck is probably like 50-50-ish right now between the standard and the modular encounter set.
So does he do that per player?
Sounds like it. At the end of each player's turn.
After
He'll
your
do it for that player. And I think this is not referring to his turn.
Right, it's for the hero's turn. Is it each hero or just the hero turn in general?
I think it's the hero who's taking the turn. Yeah. And it's only going to trigger if you end your turn in hero form, right? Because it says force response hero. So that's a factor.
So we could just be burning through this encounter deck.
Oh, yeah. And every time it runs out, the wheel stops, takes us to a new show, and when we've been through all 3 shows, we lose.
Oh my gosh.
That's fine. Mojo, Stage 1 has 16 hit points per player. That seems like a lot.
Yeah. That is a lot. Ooh.
Let's get this set up. So we've got the setting, the wheel, and the encounter deck, and then Mojo and his mania.
And we don't have a show deck like last time, yeah?
No show deck.
Okay.
No ratings like 2 games ago. So yeah, he's actually the one who doesn't. Well, I was gonna say he doesn't have like a little mini game going on, but he is putting threat onto characters, which is pretty unique. Okay, luckily nothing's stopping us from thwarting the main scheme. So if we can just, and there's lots of room to be like, okay, we can spend our first couple turns thwarting a lot, get it down to very low, and then spend a few turns not worrying much about it.
I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess we could. I mean, it probably evens out with the amount of. But with dialing for Mojo giving us +1 thwart, I guess we could use that to our advantage early on in Mojo Mania to start clearing off the main scheme with the additional thwart we get.
I don't know either.
As you predicted, disappointed, no interaction between Mojo and Longshot.
Yeah. You were saying when we were on our break, they're such rivals. There's got to be something cool that happens if you have Longshot.
Well, especially how he keeps asking us when the thing ends, is Longshot in play?
It is such a weird little throwaway thing that you record whether Longshot's in play, and he can start in play on the next one, but there's no extra importance put on him.
Other than you
he's
can
just like
start the next one
just
with
a
him in play.
2/2/3 ally whose attacks have piercing.
Yeah. It's great. I will take a free 2/2/3 ally.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it would have been nice if there was a little, like, if Longshot is in play when Mojo starts.
Yeah. Ah, well.
Oh, well.
Opening hands and let's go.
Right.
I shuffled this, right? Did I shuffle this? I think I shuffled this. The encounter deck.
Man, I don't even know how to approach this guy. If it's like, I guess we'll just do whatever the cards
I mean,
tell
at
us
least
to
there's
do.
nothing stopping us from just, like, neither of the other two were straightforward, like, do damage to win.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least, like, Spiral ultimately, yes, was dual damage to win, but there were just limited windows to do the damage. And then Magog was do damage as one of several ways to earn ratings to win.
That was it.
But this one is just, like, he's got a chunk of hit points, you just need to take it to 0. So, in that way, like, how to approach this is a little more standard, maybe?
So we are not worried about any damage coming through a Mojo. That's something to think about. Scheming is definitely the thing. But when you're in hero form, it's not the damage, it's the burning through counter cards that he's going to do.
Right.
Oh, man. So many things to think about.
Oh, this is funny. Okay. So you're starting with the X-Mansion in play, right?
I am.
That's great. I love that for me.
All right.
I'm gonna mulligan one card.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Those cards that X-Men Instruction and Mutant Education, the ones that cycle if X-Mansion is in
Yes.
play, I have 3 of them in my hand right now. So I'm thrilled that we started with X-Mansion in play.
That was a good call.
Yeah, that's very
That
good.
was a good call. All right, I'm going to actually discard 3, which is unlike me. I'm going to just take what I got.
And I guess they're not actually going to do that much. So kind of playing them for their draw card ability is similar to just mulliganing them here, but one of them I just drew post mulligan. Anywho, you randomly went first last time, so I think I randomly go first this time.
Yes,
That's how that works. Yeah.
That's how
random. That's how random works.
That's how random works. That's correct.
All right, I'm gonna Mutant Education. I can shuffle up to 2 identity-specific cards into my deck, and then draw a card because X-Mansion is in play. So the 1 card I mulliganed is back in my deck.
That was great. Effective.
Draw this card. Oh, that was a good draw. Okay. I'm gonna play another copy of that for the card draw, and then use the other one for its resource, actually, to play Gambit's Guild Armor. I actually got this down in the early game this time, so when I fully defend against an attack, I can ready Gambit. And
Probably be easier to pull off now.
yeah, with a 1-attack villain instead of what was Spiral up to 7 plus her boosts last game.
That was ridiculous.
It was a lot of damage. And then why not start us off with? Oh, this is a hero action. Okay, hang on. First, I'll be a thief extraordinaire, exhausting myself to use my ability. Look at the top 2 cards in the counter deck. I'm gonna. Ooh. Huh. Well, so my choices are a card with 2 boost icons, and then with my Thieves Guild, so that would work for 3. That's
pretty good.
But I would have to leave Curtain Call on top, which has a boost ability to reveal itself.
And the reveal is
move all threat from the character with the most threat to the main scheme. If no threat was moved this way, place a threat on each character you control. Maybe that's not that bad.
each character. So 1, 2, 3.
Well, each character, the player who revealed this control, so it would just be 2 or 1 for me.
As opposed to what was the other thing we were?
Or I could choose it and not thwart as much, but get rid of it. Right, with my ability right now.
And on the other side, it would be the vampire, which would do.
It has 2 boost icons. Like whatever I leave on top is going to be a boost card.
Got it.
So
got it.
I think I leave Curtain Call on top. It'll cause a threat, but it'll be a boost for me. It'll cause a threat on me, which will ultimately end up on the main scheme. But I'm thwarting 2 more by choosing this vampire.
Okay.
Yeah. So I add the Thieves Guild. I'm thwarting for a total of 3 with my thievery. That was kind of a long walk to get to a basic thwart. All right, I'm going to flip to Heroic Gambit and play Beauty and the Thief, starting off with our team-up card.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, I'm paying for it with 2 Passions for Justice.
Oh, which is more...
So this event is going to remove 2 additional threat. So I'm removing 6 threat, taking it down to 15, and dealing 4 damage to Mojo. Putting him all the way down to 28.
That was great.
Yeah. Also, just before I pass the turn, I will charge the card and gain a charge counter.
Charge the card.
Over to you.
All right. Well, just question, your discard deck, how big is that? You got a big discard pile?
It's like 6 cards now.
Yeah, but you don't have
anything good.
Oh, you have basic.
I have the Beauty and the Thief. Can you play this out of there?
I could. I totally could. But I would have to put my touch. Okay, so first off, I have to figure out who I'm touching.
Yeah.
But because
before that, you would have to switch to hero form. Are you ready to do that?
That's right.
Keeping you on track.
I actually don't I don't have to decide that yet. Mm-hmm. What I do have to decide is if I want to play Moira McTaggart because I'm in alter ego form.
Right.
Her response is, after a mutant alter ego changes into hero form, so that could be me or you,
okay.
we can exhaust Moira McTaggart, and that person can draw 1 card.
That's great.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I I guess we will probably be flipping a lot to get rid of. I mean, maybe we'll be flipping a lot. I don't like going to all three.
So yeah,
you do.
It seems like a punishment that when we flip any threat that's on us goes to the main scheme. But also, would we also get punished for threat sitting on us?
Could be.
Do we actually want to flip a lot so that it doesn't build up?
But also,
I could see it going either way.
We're also milling, correct usage of milling, through the encounter cards with sitting at hero form too.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that when I flipped to hero.
So, well, you should, because you did a lot of damage.
That's true. Yeah.
So I don't know. Is this going to be worth spending 2 resources on right now? I guess so. I
still think so. Yeah.
The earlier I do it, the more usage we'll get out of
it.
All right. So Moira McTaggart, I got paid for with 2. I will pay for with 1 and 2. There we go. So that goes there. All right. Moira's out. Now I'm going to flip on over to my hero side and figure out who I want to touch. And who I want to touch is going to... I'm going to do the responsible thing. And... what gives me retaliate if I go onto the... Yeah. So I'm going to touch, as much as I don't want to, Mojo. Where is it? Here
Gross.
Going to touch Mojo.
Yep.
Which is going to give me retaliate. I am now going to play for 2 resources. Going rogue. This is a hero action. I can remove 3 threat from a scheme. This is a thwart. Remove 3 threat from a scheme.
Okay.
If rogue has aerial, which I do, no, that's not what I want. If I retaliate, which I do, I can confuse the enemy.
Love that.
So we're going to do
that. Okay, so we're down to 12 threat on the main team. This is what I was talking about. Is there's so much room to knock it way down that I feel like then we can relax for a turn or two.
And he's confused.
He's confused, which is also effectively thwarting. And he won't teleport so quickly.
Yay.
The funny thing, actually, is confusing and stunning him a lot prevents boosts, and so it actually keeps the wheel from slowing down. That maybe isn't as... doesn't make as much flavorful sense as stunning to stop teleporting, but it works.
And then with my basic action, I could punch him for 3, or I could thwart for 3. Which do we think we like?
I think punch him. I think the threat's in good shape.
Let's do it. Let's punch him for 3.
Punched. He's at 25.
Pow. And to explain to viewers, I was able to do that because I'm touching him. Because of my jacket, when I'm touching an enemy character, I get +1 attack. So, from 2 to 3. Wow.
Beautiful.
And I should have... You didn't take any damage? So the X-Mansion can't really do anything this turn. I was making sure we...
there's nothing to heal? Take an action with Longshot and heal him. Oh, except we have to be an alter ego.
Right. Well, I could retcon. So
we can retcon that. I don't think you've done anything random. Yeah, nothing random has happened. Yeah.
No. So when I was then, thwart or attack for 2. Be nice to just get that to a nice even 10.
I agree. Let's thwart.
Let's do that. And then X-Mansion gets exhausted, brings him to, so he doesn't have any damage on him. And now we're good.
We're so good. All right, ready up.
Ready up.
Did we at any point remember what is this? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm not finishing my sentences here. I was wondering if we went a whole round without thinking about the setting, the environment that was in play. Did we miss something? I think the only thing we missed is that Longshot actually had 3 thwart.
Oh my god!
Because it's giving +1 thwart. So actually, you've thwarted it down to 9, which is not the nice round number you were aiming for, but I guess is technically better.
Well, the price we pay for superior results. I will take that. All right. Oh yeah. Yep.
Feeling good? Okay.
Liking this a lot.
Why is operative skill a thing? That's a bad card.
3 operative counters. When you thwart, remove 1. That thwart removes 1 additional thwart.
It's a 2-cost upgrade to thwart 3 threat over 3 rounds. I don't feel like that's good.
Wouldn't it be double that though? When you thwart, remove 1. That thwart. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. It's 2. It's 2 resources to thwart 3.
Doesn't it seem like I feel like an event must, especially in Justice, an event must exist that's just 2 cost thwart 3, and that event would be better than this card.
I agree.
Huh.
There must be... Again, this is where I default to. There must be a reason.
It is skill traded? Does anyone care about skills?
Yes, actually, Cyclops has the card where he can refill skill cards into his hand.
Well, maybe that's the reason. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to the villain phase, which is going to start with 2 threats on the main scheme. So it's at 11. And then against me, Mojo is attacking. I'm going to defend. So he is 1 in a boost, so 1. Right, and we knew he was going to draw a curtain call. It's revealed. So since there's no threat to move to the main scheme, it's going to place 1 threat on each character I control. So 1 threat on Gambit. But it didn't do anything in the boost, so I fully defended, so my guild's armor can ready me. Hell yeah.
You know, I found that your alter ego action of the Thief Extraordinaire or whatever thing, seeing what the encounter card is going to be, I think might be the more beneficial effect than the actual removing of the threat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which my brain didn't trigger.
I've been thinking about that a lot. It's like both being able to get rid of the higher boost, because and the both incentives are the same thing. You want to take out the higher one because you thwart more, and because then you won't draw it. True. So it's good that it's not like one or like It would be maybe interesting, but also would feel way worse if you were for some reason incentivized to take the lower boost card to thwart, and then
Shadows of the Past. Does that? I think that doesn't have any boost icons on it.
Well, that's true. Yeah, sometimes, but whatever you're leaving on top. Unless anything else happens, like you get dealt an encounter card at a weird time, it's going to be a boost card.
That's fair.
So Shadows of the Past is like, leave that on top then.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess you can just check to make sure it's not some back-breaking boost card effect.
Right. I think here is the one thing that I didn't think about when I made that decision. I don't think it changes anything, but Dial M for Mojo is giving this Insight 1, so it did put 1 threat on the main scheme, right? Okay. Unless that, like... No, it's I don't know.
Wait, each encounter card. You hadn't done encounter cards yet.
This was a boost card that said to reveal it, and then it was an encounter card. So I think that's
you played it right.
That's what happened. Unless there's some caveat to the way Insight is defined, and it's like when it's revealed from the encounter deck. But
I would assume how we're doing it.
Yeah,
is the way.
Because I think Surge actually is when revealed from the encounter deck.
It is.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is boost. So I'm taking...
Oh, yeah. So Mojo is attacking you for 1 in that boost.
1 plus 0.
Nice.
Take 1.
So Mojo remains confused. Encounter cards.
Oh, wait a minute. We forgot to do this.
Oh, we totally did. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Because I stacked the deck and everything, that really matters. So, all right, so let me back up. I'll take the threat off of there and me from the Insight. Did we do oh no, you didn't reveal that. Alright, so hang on. Damn it. We'll cut that out in post. Not really.
We probably won't.
No. So when my turn ended, he was going to discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck and place a threat on my hero for each card discarded this way that does not belong to the Mojo encounter set. So that changes the way I should think of it. It turns out the card I left on top is a Mojo encounter set card, so it still means I made the better choice.
Good thing.
Yeah. But Advance is not, and Major Domo is. There's a lot going on that card. I'm not going to read all that, but that's scary. So I'm putting 1 threat on myself from that. And then you have to do the same.
So 1, 2, 3. Yikes.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, so 1.
1. Okay, so put a threat on yourself. Okay, and then we got to redo his attack against me.
Yep.
So it's 1. This time, the only difference is that the boost is an unknown, but I'm still going to defend.
Okay.
Hopefully, I don't take damage here, so my guild armor works. The boost is 0, so
awesome.
We're good, and then we did not get the extra Insight there, so that was not even necessarily worse than the other outcome. He's attacking you for 1 and a boost.
We'll take.
Also, no icons.
What are the odds?
Yeah, 2 assaults there.
Back to back. Great.
Okay, then our encounter cards. Here we go. Mine is...
This is exhausted.
Oh, yeah, good. Thank you, because I used the guild armor to ready myself. Stinger Tail. Wait, I zoomed in and then did not... Oh, yeah, okay. No, it's in the shot. Just down in the lower left corner. Direct your eyes to the lower left corner, please, where we've drawn a Stinger Tail. Attached to Mojo. Mojo gains Retaliate, too.
Oh, and wait, I had Retaliate. Do I have to take damage for the Retaliate to go through?
No, you just have to be attacked.
So he should take 1. Because I had Retaliate 1.
Cool. Mojo gains Retaliate 2, Forced Interrupt. When any amount of damage would be dealt to Mojo, place it here instead. Then if there's at least 5 damage here, discard Stinger Tail. Oh, so this is just... We just attack him to get rid of this, meaning we have to suffer this Retaliate at least once. Yeah, at least once.
If you do 1/5...
Oh, wait.
No, because if it goes away...
If it goes away, does you not take the Stinger Tail? I know that, like, if you defeat a minion with Retaliate, it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so probably if you can do it all at once, it doesn't hit you.
It said, okay, so when any amount of damage would be dealt here to Mojo, place it here instead. Then, if there's at least 5 damage here, discard Stinger Tail.
But that's all an interrupt, a forced interrupt, so that would happen, I think, before, because Retaliate is checked, like, after the attack resolves. Okay. So I think this would go... I think if we can get this in 1/5 damage hit, it'll go away. Our setup here is not very friendly to attachments to Mojo. There we go.
Which I can do.
Okay, you're on counter card. Oh, wait, mine had Insight 1.
Oh. So does mine.
Look at that.
Oh, no, it's an obligation. Paparazzi. Hinder. 10. Action. Choose to either exhaust a character you control or discard 1 card from your hand. Either way, you're going to remove 2 threat from here. 3 threat instead if you were in alter ego form. Oh, that is so shitty.
So, yeah, Hinder 10. I've never seen that on anything but a scheme, but that means put 10 threat here, right?
Yeah.
And then it say that again?
Then Force Interrupt when your turn ends, move all threat from here to the main scheme and discard this card.
Oh.
So you have to do... So you can do these actions. You can either exhaust a character you control or discard 1 card from your hand to remove 2 threats.
Each one functionally prevents 2 of this 10.
Exactly. And then at the end of your turn, everything that's on here goes onto the main scheme.
That's brutal.
That is crazy.
Because, like, best case scenario, it's like you're draining your hand or something.
Hinder 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure Hinder 10 has... I've never seen that printed on a card.
Nor have I.
Alright. Well, your turn.
Man, I'm really thinking how I'm going to deal with that.
Yeah, that's not easy.
Okay. I mean, the easy answer is discard. If I just discard all cards from my hand, I can remove all the threat from there.
Yeah, is it a turn that you can like afford to let pass by? If so,
however, it's 3 threat if I'm in alter ego form. So if I were to flip,
yeah.
But when I flip,
and right now you have +1 thwart, so you'd be better you'd be just as. Actually, assuming you don't want to go to alter ego form, you're better thwarting than exhausting yourself to remove 2, because thwarting would be 3.
And when I change alter ego, I get to draw.
Oh wait, you only have. Oh no, you have +1 thwart. You have +1 thwart from Dial In for Mojo, and if you with your jacket, if you've touched the right target, you get another +1, right?
Yes. So I could do 4, depending on who I'm touching. Okay, let me first
get to touching.
I'm going to. Believe you me, I'm going to. Okay, so I'm going to pay first for... Oh, I can't. I have to be in the other...
No!
Okay, I'm setting that aside.
Hey, how does Retaliate interact with Royal Flush? Is that 3 different Retaliates?
Yeah, totally.
That sucks.
Is Royal Flush not ranged?
No, it's not ranged.
Yeah. Thwack, thwack, thwack.
Brutal. Well, if I'm doing it for 3 damage each, then I can do... I only take Retaliate once, because the second one would finish off the tail.
Oh, because you're assuming that I'm not going to just go ahead and knock that tail off? Pal, come on. You think I'm going to leave that tail there for you to hit? No way. I'm going to hit it for you. Don't you worry about it.
Thanks. I don't know what I was thinking.
That's what Rogue's here for. All right. Rogue is going to...
Charged card gains ranged. That's another... Oh, so I can take it out with a ranged attack, too. Anyway.
This is exactly what I needed. All right, so Rogue is going to touch Gambit.
Hello.
Hello. She is then going to play Southern Cross. She's going to do pay for it with 1, 2, 3. She's paying for it for 3. Southern Cross says deal 6 damage to an enemy. If Rogue has Stalwart, she gets to draw 1 card. I have Stalwart from touching Gambit.
Nice.
6 damage to Mojo. So 5 of it goes onto the tail, right?
I think it all goes onto the tail.
So that 1 is just lost?
Because it says if any amount of damage would be placed here, place it here. Then if there's at least 5 damage, discard it. So it's 1 overkill, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's gone. And then I get to draw a card because of my Stalwart. Oh, how funny.
Mr. Trench says he thinks it's just 1 retaliate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Unlike, there's, I guess, a Black Widow card that attacks 3 things, and so I guess if multiple of them had retaliates, you would take them all, but...
Well, we don't have to worry about it now.
No.
Alright, so that goes to my discard pile. So, long shot... He does... Oh, but he's got the plus thwart, so I should take advantage of that. Okay, long shot's going to thwart for... he's going to thwart for 3 on the main scheme.
Nice. Got it down to 10. Don't forget about your paparazzi.
Oh my gosh.
You forgot about your paparazzi, didn't you?
Completely forgotten about it. I'm not even kidding.
Well, you got 2 more cards you can feed it.
Yeah, I need these.
Our supports characters. Can you exhaust Moira to take 2 threat off there?
No.
That sucks.
No, not character. Yeah, it's going to be worse for me if I get rid of these cards and...
JS in the chat also echoes, it's just 1 attack, so if you're the same character with all 3 instances, it's only 1 retaliate.
Oh,
so
that makes sense, because
yeah.
you're just playing 1 attack event.
Yeah.
Not... Okay.
I still think the logic of like why things like that only trigger once, but the charges I spend trigger 3, like apply 3 times is like if it's just 1 attack, why am I essentially tripling the charges spent on it? But anyway,
that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna flip to my alter ego.
Okay.
This 1 threat, then isn't that when you flip to alter ego, the threat on you goes to?
Yes, goes to the main scheme.
Goes to the main scheme. I am going to then, after a mutant changes into hero form, exhaust her to draw a card.
Cool.
I'm going to do that. I'm drawing this card. I'm then going to use that card to take 3 off
so you're
paparazzi.
Is it?
It's
it's even when you discard? Oh, it doesn't matter that you're not exhausting yourself. It's...
Right.
That's clutch. Okay. Yeah, so discarding a card while in alter ego is still 3. I like that.
And then I will exhaust the X Mansion to heal Longshot. Longshot, you are healed. And then I'm going to have to spend 1 resource to play X Gene and not remove the other threat from the scheme. But it's okay in the long run.
Yeah, see, Case says the charge effect applies to the entire card. So any instance of damage on the card gets increased. We talked about this the first time I played Gambit. Like, I believe you largely because the card would be terrible if it didn't work that way. But that said, I think that, like, Royal Flush deals 0 damage. Spend a charge, it should deal 1 total damage if it's 1 attack. And then the second charge would do 2 total damage. Like, I think that is not an internally consistent rule.
Yep.
But I buy it. I buy that that's how it works because the card would not be a 3-cost card if all it does is take up to 3 of your charges and deal 3 damage.
Yep.
The other way I could interpret it would be that it's like 3 attacks, and so for each of those you could spend 3 charges, meaning you can spend up to 9 charges divided up. That card's a little better, but still bad. Anyway. Anything else from you?
No.
Okay. So you're sending 7 threat from that paparazzi over, huh?
Yep.
Cool. Well, then, why don't I... This is a tough... is it at the end of your turn? When does it trigger? Yeah, when your turn ends. Okay. But you are not a hero, so you don't at least get his cards flipped.
A lot to keep track of here.
Yeah, there is. So I'll play Gambit's Staff, so now when I attack and defend, I can exhaust it to deal damage to the enemy that attacked me. I basically have Retaliate, only limit once per round. This is just Gambit staff.
Works for me.
Gambit staff might as well just say retaliate but worse. Retaliate one but worse.
For one resource. Not bad.
Yep. It is technically an interrupt, which means like against a 1 hit point minion, I think it would stop them from attacking. That's the way it's better, but then retaliate. But
a quick hit to the face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Anyway, then I have charged card. I'm gonna play it. So charged card is an event that deals 4 damage, and before I play it, I'll gain a charge just because of my built-in ability.
Yeah.
This deals 4 damage to an enemy and gets extra keywords depending on the number of charges I spend here. None of the keywords matter.
No.
So I'm trying to decide whether to spend any charges here or whether I'd rather save them. Maybe I'll spend 1. Just because most games I have ended with kind of an increasing... Like, they've accumulated enough that I've ended with like 4 or 5 at the end of the game, and that's wasteful. So
Right.
I'll spend 1 and do 5 damage here. So he's at 19.
Nice.
And I have my action left. I kind of like this whole defend and ready up and then use the staff thing. So I don't think I actually want to go thieving, or do I?
You can keep that going. That is a strong...
Yeah, it's a tough...
As long as one doesn't crack through.
The problem is then he's using his ability every time.
That is true.
No, yeah, I think I want to stay in hero for the turn. So I will just attack for 2.
Great.
And that's it for my turn. So at the end of my turn, he is going to do the 3 cards.
Okay.
Only one. Oh, no. I was thrown off by Rogue's card being yellow, but these are 2 non-Mojo cards, as both of our obligations were drawn here. So I'm putting 2 threat on myself.
Okay.
All right. I don't know if that was the right call, but I did it.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was.
Well, will it tell? Will we look back on this when the other 2/3 of the game are over and be like, round 3, should you have flipped?
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Time
Or round
tell.
2, whatever round this is.
Time definitely will not be telling.
No, I don't think it's going to tell. Okay, villain is... Oh boy, this is a mess of... Okay, we've got 18 threat on the main scheme. Going to add his villain phase 2, so 20. And then activating against you, but he's confused.
Boom.
Thank you for the sound effect.
A little character voice for it.
Appreciate that. And then he's going to attack me. I will defend against it. So he's attacking for 1 and a boost of 1, but boost effect, place 1 threat on each character you control. I have 4 threat on me now.
Yeah. Threatening.
But I do fully defend the attack, so I deal 1 damage to Mojo with my staff, and I ready myself with my armor.
That's awesome.
So that's cool. Anytime you can take no damage and deal damage back and not spend anything doing so,
Yeah.
it feels good.
Do it.
Encounter cards then. Here you go.
All right. First is Curtain Call. Move all threat from the character with the most threat onto the main scheme. If no other threat was placed this way, place 1 threat on each character you control. Sadly, that is you.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't care about your characters. Okay, that's 4 threat from me to the main scheme. And Director's Directions. The treachery.
Wait, why did you didn't you put your...
You're right. You're right. This is my card.
I was like, wait a minute.
Gang up.
Oh, no.
That's far worse. No, that's fine, actually.
You get attacked.
Yeah, the villain attacks me. So my armor's not up, so I don't think I want to use my action to defend here. I'll take some damage.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1, 2.
Great. Okay.
So I'm at 7.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Here's your touch.
And here's your first player token.
Oh wait, I was writing these. These are not ready, technically. Not that will probably come up. Okay, what am I doing with my life? I'll take a charge. I'll charge a card. Gambit.
Did you say charge a card? Charge D card.
But isn't he charging a card?
He is, but you want to use the ability charge the card. Character voices. What have we learned? It's all about character voices here on this playthrough. Charge the card.
You're right. On Optimal Play, we're all about...
Isn't that the mission statement? We always use the character voice. I swear I read that somewhere. I might be thinking of something else.
Optimal Play, where me and my cadre of voice actor friends play games and really get into the role play.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I don't like that as much. Never mind. Charge the card.
Okay. Have we seen it? We haven't seen any minions yet for any reason. There's minions though. There's minions, right?
Theoretically, they exist. You just had one, the supporting actor one.
Yeah, yeah. So Quake would eventually maybe have something to do if I played Quake.
It seems like a possibility.
Yeah.
At the very worst, she could attack for 2.
True, and get healed by expansion once we have an out. Oh, I guess Longshot's doing a pretty good job of attacking, getting healed.
He's really cornered the expansion boost.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, these cards are all kind of situational and dumb. But I can do some thwarting here. I'll just do that. I'm not even gonna play Quake. Forget Quake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna play Operative Skill. Oh, Quake's just better. Quake's better. Operative Skill can remove 3 thwart as like best case scenario, or 3 threat. Quake can remove 2 threat and has all these other options.
Yeah.
I'll play Quake.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pay for her with energy. So Quake is in play. I didn't realize I'm not looking at the table, but my play area is always kind of cut off anyway. I'll work on that. Right around the time that you move away, I will have created the perfect Marvel Champions setup.
It's ready.
And then I will play Creole Charmer. That's an alter ego action. I think I'm flipping this one. Yeah, we're all the way up to 24 again. So yeah, let's go back to Remy LeBeau. First off, thwart. Look at the top 2 cards. I'll choose the Kraken, which has 3 boost icons on it. So with the Thieves Guild, I'm removing 4 threat with that.
That's really good. That was a big boy.
Yeah, that was a big boy. That's got another times the number of players. Times the number of players hit point value. It's a big one.
After he attacks, each other character takes 1 damage.
Oh, that's interesting, because that's minions and Mojo, too.
That could really...
The Kraken just attacks everyone. Bless you.
That could really mess you up.
Is it villainous? Oh, no, it's just because of the activation ability that it has the stars. When I see stars on both of those, I usually think it's the villainous keyword.
Oh, right.
Anyway, okay, so Quake was played. I did that, removed 4 threat, and then I'll just play Creole Charmer. It's a thwart event that removes 3 threat from a scheme. If it removes the last threat, it would confuse the villain. But we're not really probably going to remove the last threat from Mojomania ever.
Sure.
Your turn. Unless I'm using Quake. I'll just keep her healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any identity-specific... basically, can I look at your discard pile?
Sure.
For no reason.
I have a handful of identity-specific cards in there.
Actually, there's a reason. There's quite a few things I want to do. See, so, yeah, Royal Flush can't use.
Case asks,
won't do anything.
how you expect to get an Amazon series if you don't do character voices. That is a setback to our media empire.
That's a great
You're right.
point.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Always.
Can you play that? I thought it had to be an identity card.
No, I can also use basic... So, I'm going to use Superpower Adaptation. It says, if touch is attached to... Ooh, but I have to touch a friendly character, which may fudge up some of the other stuff I was trying to do. Hey, how about I not mix in your discard pile with my hand?
We even have the same color sleeves. That is dangerous.
Probably a good idea. Okay, hold on to this for the memento, please.
That's generous of you.
Let me see.
This is definitely your cards.
Wait, yeah, these are your... Sorry.
I don't have protection.
These are on the
cards.
bottom. I went the wrong way. It's in this energy.
Nope, this is also a rogue card. What did you just do?
Hold on. This, and give me this energy. Boom. Now, we're good.
All right, that looks right.
Yes, we're good. Okay. Do we care to... So you are in... Oh, so this would help you out if I confused him.
Sure.
But I wouldn't be able to use my Superpower Adaptation, which would be semi-bummer. No, that's okay.
I mean,
I don't care about that.
We know we left one boost icon on top. Oh, although you're probably switching to hero and doing the 3 cards thing, so
I definitely am going to switch to hero.
yeah.
So this is in your discard.
Oh yeah.
But I have the X gene. So many possibilities.
How we doing, Butner?
We're doing good. Longshot's going to attack, or thwart, I guess, rather. Still, right? So he's going to thwart for 3.
Yep.
And then he is going to be healed from the X Mansion.
Cool.
Boom. Anna Marie, she's actually rogue.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a bit of a plot
That's a big
twist.
reveal. Yeah.
It is a big reveal. Very dramatic. She is then going to play. She's got to use her touched, and for that she needs to retaliate. She can touch the villain. She can touch Mojo. She don't want to. She's gonna.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
And then she is going to, for 2 energy, she's going to go rogue. That's
Whoa.
right. She's going rogue.
Rogue is going rogue?
She's going rogue.
Weird.
Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If she has retaliate, confuse the enemy. So let's remove 3 threat.
And confuse
and
Mojo?
Confuse Mojo.
That's great. We're back down to 11 threat, so that's feeling better again.
Okay, and now let's do some... you know what? I actually want to rejigger how I pay for that. Paying for this with the X gene since it's a whatever type card.
And one other card.
Let's use this defensive energy, which isn't going to do anything. Great. We're good. Next up, Judokai skill.
Whoa.
I get 3 judo counters. Do you have judo counters in there?
We have generic blue counters.
I suppose those will do. When I defend against an enemy attack, I can remove 1 judo counter from here. That enemy gets -2 for that attack. I don't think that's ever something I really care to do, but it's an option now.
Sure.
I'm going to pay for that with this. Okay, and now I'm going to use superpower adaptation.
Whoa.
Oh, I can't because I'm not touching you. We already went over this. Bitch.
You're having a brain bender of a turn here.
It really is tough. There's a lot of juggle here when you got rogue. All right, that's fine. So I'm touching the villain, so that means I will attack for 3 with my basic attack. I will punch Mojo in the face for 3.
Okay.
I will hang on to this card. I will discard this card.
Mojo stage 1 is down to 13.
And that is everything that she wrote.
Okay. Then let's ready up. Oh, wait. End of your turn, you have to do the 3 cards thing.
Oh, that's right.
So for every non-Mojo card, you're putting a threat on yourself. There's 1, 2 non-Mojo cards.
2 threat.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oof, we had a big old side scheme there, so that's probably good.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is, I guess, this breaking and entering does have the caveat that you have to be a thief or a spy.
Yeah.
But this is a 2-cost event that removes 3 threat from a scheme. I think it's probably just better than the
sure.
operative skill.
Yeah.
Oh well. Ooh, I got some. This is a hand.
I can do some stuff too.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Well, before we do our stuff, the villain's gonna do his stuff. So 2 threat on the main scheme, and then he is activating to scheme against me, but he's confused.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'm funny, looking for the sound effects,
Yes.
but thank you. Then he's gonna attack you for 1 in that boost card.
This is all readied, so I could kill long shot, but you know what? I won't. I like long shot, so I will take 1 plus 0. 1.
Wow, that hurt.
How about that?
Mojo hits hard.
Oh no, scratched.
Did you actually take the one?
No, I just wanted to make fun of him.
Still got to do the thing. Okay, encounter cards. Mine is advance the villain schemes. Okay, so he's gonna scheme for 2, 3. Plus, that card had Incite 1, so we're adding 4. Putting at 17.
And mine is...
Oh no. You shouldn't have had that passed. With so many shadows. Oh, Butner. So I think in our first Rogue game, I think we saw my Nemesis. I don't think, or sorry, first Rogue Gambit game, we saw Gambit's Nemesis. I don't think we've seen Mystique yet. Rogue's
we've
Nemesis.
not.
So
We have not. Guess what? We're about to. About to see her.
also, when do you shuffle when does this trigger? When after the encounter deck resets. That's the next time we have to draw one, right?
Yep.
Right now we are shuffling your Nemesis cards into an empty encounter deck.
No.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I guess you could. I mean, it's...
In Arkham, there's a rule against that. They would just go into the discard pile. You can't shuffle into a 0-card deck.
Never had this scenario happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell us.
Let us know in the chat.
Kind viewers.
Otherwise, I'm just going to shuffle your 4 Nemesis cards, and that's the deck now. And they tend to have bad boost icons.
They do.
But, having the Nemesis in the deck slows down the wheel.
Alright, should I read Mystique?
Please.
She is toughness.
Oh.
And villainous.
Oh, boy. Okay, so there's her tough token, and she's villainous.
Her forced response. After Mystique engages you, which would be now, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for a copy of the Misled Treachery and shuffle it into your deck.
Oh, well, I assume that's one of the cards we just put...
Yeah, I would
Misled, shuffle it into your deck?
shuffle it into my deck.
Oh, wow. Do you want to know what it does?
No.
Okay, then I'm just going to put it in a sleeve that matches your deck, and...
It's going to be an awful surprise.
Shuffle that in.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
We actually might also reveal one before we're out of this, because there were 3 copies of that in your 5 Nemesis cards.
Wow.
But that's pretty cool. I like that. There's that's a very different type of Nemesis card.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the round then, right? Pass the first player to you. So now, if Mystique schemes, Quake can deal damage to her. It's finally a minion.
True. Yeah, I don't have any big smacker in the face moves. Or do I?
Or do you?
Or do I? Okay, I will first up. Longshot is going to attack Mystique to knock the toughness off her.
Cool. Take consequential damage for now, since you're not an alter ego to heal him.
That's true. Thank you. Then next up, I will use... Oh, wait, I have to touch something. I will touch... Doesn't really matter right now.
Are you using...
I'm gonna thwart.
Are you using touched as a present tense verb?
Yep, I'm gonna touched.
Just checking.
Well, that's the card.
I guess.
Touched.
Yeah.
So you got touched.
Sure. So it's like, I'm going to the Thieves Guild.
Yep.
That's how... Okay.
So I'll... I guess because I'm going to attack. I want to hit Mojo in his face. So I'm going to touch Mojo to make sure I get an extra 1 attack. So I'm going to attack him for 3.
Cool. He's at 10.
And then I'm going to use 1 resource from the X gene. And then this 1 resource from Not Today. And I'm going to play Energy Transfer. Energy Transfer says attach touch to a character other than Rogue and deal 2 damage to that character. Heal 2 from Rogue. So I'm going to touch Mystique this time. Deal 2 damage to her. Heal 2 back from Rogue.
Which you can only heal 1.
Yeah, and then I am going to ready Rogue.
Wow.
Now, I get her traits. So she's just a lead. Okay, I don't get the toughness, whatever. Okay, so...
What are you talking about? You have the trait Brotherhood of Mutants.
That's true. I should be using that
Yeah.
more. And then I'm going to... Oh, this is gonna be a fun play. Watch this. I'm going to attack with my second attack, Mystique,
Okay.
for 3. It's going to hit her for 3.
3 from your jacket.
3
Why
from my
3?
jacket.
Okay.
So she's got a total of 5. And then I'm going to use these 2 cards to bring out Polaris.
Whoa.
Polaris is a 1/2/3. After she enters play, give an X-Men character a tough status card. I shall be...
So you're choosing Mystique? Oh, Mystique's not X-Men traded, huh?
She's not. Or else I would have, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I will use her to finish off Mystique.
Nice.
2 damage.
And 1 for
Down goes Mystique.
Polaris. Okay, well handled.
Thank you. And then...
You don't need that anymore.
Yeah. And then we're good. I'm going to use the restroom again while you take your...
Oh, you know, the other way that Gambit's staff is, at least, is an aspect of it that is better than just retaliate, is it works when an enemy attacks, which means, like, if Mystique had attacked you, I could trigger Gambit's staff and deal a damage.
Good call.
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
With that said, I'm going to... I mean, do you have any objection to me pushing Mojo to his next stage?
Not at all.
Great. That'll be the plan. First, though, I'm going to be a thief extraordinaire. And look at the top 2 cards. Oh, they're the same thing because there were so many copies of Misled. I'll discard 1, put the other on top, and remove 2 threat by adding the Thieves Guild to that. Then I'm going to flip to hero form. Shoot. Before that, let me back up. Butner, you needed to do the 3 cards at the end of your turn, so I'm doing that for you now. Oh, yeah. Because these are all your Nemesis cards, none of them are Mojo cards, so you are gaining 3 more threat. Oh, yeah. Minor detail. Yeah, that's bad. Butner yells from the bathroom in another great YouTube board game video moment.
I did it in a character voice. That's bad.
Okay. So then, when I search the top of the deck, we're going to shuffle... Oh, man, things are going to happen. All right. So we're shuffling the deck. We're accelerating the main scheme. And we're going to have to stop the wheel spinning. After the encounter deck resets, if there are no set-aside modular encounter sets remaining, the players lose the game. Otherwise, flip this card. So the Wheel of Genres has stopped. Wow, this has smaller text. This paragraph is so long, they had to use smaller font. I haven't actually seen that much in this game.
Small text, you say?
Wheel of Genres has like 6-point font instead of the usual 10 or whatever.
So what happened when you cleared them?
I didn't do that yet. I'm still resolving. Since you got you flipped 3 cards, then when I did Thief Extraordinaire, I had to reset the deck. So I'm doing that now. So I haven't even finished resolving Thief Extraordinaire.
Gotcha.
The wheel says, at the start of step 3 of the villain phase, deal encounter cards. Randomly choose 1 set-aside modular encounter set. Reveal its show environment, as I make a mess of these. Shuffle the rest of that modular encounter set and place it on the top of the encounter deck. Oh, funny. So you're guaranteed to get dealt cards from that encounter deck.
Weird.
Or from that modular set that turn. Deal the first player 2 face-down encounter cards and flip this. 2. I guess, and that's going to be in addition to the normal 1. So the first player, which is me this round. No, you've already gone. It's you this round, thankfully.
Yay.
So you're going to get triple encounter cards.
Good.
Woof. Okay. Yeah. That's a thing. Well, Mojo had not felt very threatening so far. This is where the threat comes in, I guess.
Man, that's painful.
No, that partly, I'll check later. That partly makes me want to double check setup and make sure we weren't supposed to put the original modular encounter set on top of the deck like this. But oh well. Okay. So anyway, back to my thieving. I've got 1 boost icon or 2 boost icons. Ooh, it's your Nemesis side scheme. I'll take the 2 boost icons, plus the Thieves Guild will remove 3. So it's at 12, but it has accelerated because that's all still happening too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like 3 a turn now.
Yep. Okay, then I'm going to flip to Gambit.
Okay.
I'm going to charge the card.
Charge the card.
And then, this is annoying. No. Wait. Yeah. Hang on. I was wondering, do I have to pay one for Rogue? Because I only have 3 charges. But if I use my resource on something else, that gives me a charge. But also, I need these resources to play Royal Flush, which is going to spend my charges. And I think I've just got to spend one for Rogue.
Well, if you turn into Alter Ego, you get to draw a card, but I assume you don't want to go into Alter Ego.
I just flipped to Hero, so a little late for that.
Wait. So, while you're in Alter Ego, though, let's use that expansion.
Oh, yeah, I'll heal me. That's what you had in mind, right?
Or one of our allies.
But look, they have 2 more hit points left.
That's true.
I only had 7 more hit points left. Okay, so I paid 1 for Rogue. Rogue has toughness, so she'll begin tough. And is a 2/2/3. And then I'm going to pay 3 and play Royal Flush. I'm paying with Molecular Acceleration to place a charge counter on Gambit, and Royal Flush places a charge counter on Gambit, so I'm gaining 2, and then I'll spend 3. So after all that, I'm left with 2 charge counters, and I'm dealing 3 damage, 3 damage, and 3 damage, all to Mojo.
Thus sending him to stage 2?
No, he has 1 hit point left.
1 hit point left.
Yeah. I actually won't be able to... No, I'll probably have Quake.
I think Quake
do that, yeah.
Push him over the edge.
Yeah, and I'm out of cards and everything, so let's do that now. Quake will... Or do we wait?
You wait for him to attack, and you could Gambit staff him
That's fun.
to the next stage.
Does that... Oh, man. It's an interrupt. Does that mean if he has a higher attack value, he'll then finish his attack with a higher, with a higher attack value?
Holy crap.
I think it does.
Well, I don't know, because if the attack is set and the interrupt happens and then the attack continues, I would think the original... I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
But I do kind of like the staff doing the 1 hit point and saving Quake a damage. So sure, let's do that.
Okay.
Then I just have to do the 3 cards since I'm in hero form at the end of his turn. And oh wait, we haven't put the... Oh shoot, I'm not gonna go back and do this. But we were supposed to put the new encounter set on top. Oh no! Sorry. Wow, this is really fucking with my head. There's a lot of moving pieces here. That happens at the start of the next encounter card phase, encounter card step.
Okay.
So
we're not there yet.
You flip this to stop whenever the deck runs out, but it's at the next time encounter cards are dealt so that you actually add the new one.
Okay.
And everything. So never mind. We're fine.
Good.
I did it right.
Of course you did.
I just thought it was wrong.
Yeah.
So then, yes, end of my turn, I do 3 cards to see how much threat I get on me. They are all Mojo cards.
Hey!
Nothing. But we do need to keep in mind when we're looking at how much threat is on the main scheme that you have 5 on you.
That's true.
I can see starting to forget that if you don't flip for a while.
Knowing us, though, if that thing started creeping up around 30, we would be on it.
Then we'd be on it. You're right.
Really
It's only at 12, so it's not that scary. I think that's the end of the everything.
Yeah.
Okay, then new hand.
Okay. So refresh. Hopefully this surprise Mystique card doesn't pop up.
Ooh, I got Professor X this time.
Ooh. And he would definitely be useful. Son of a bitch, got the missed card.
All right, Mojo Mania gets 2 threat, and then Mojo's going to attack me.
Force response.
Oh, you drew Misled.
I did. After this card enters your hand, place 2 threat on the main scheme. You may discard this card from your hand at the end of the card at player phase like any other card.
Oh, so it stays in your hand.
Okay.
Okay, that's not so bad. So when that card gets shuffled into your deck, it's 2 threat eventually, and a dead draw card.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
That does suck.
I was thinking it was going back in the discard pile, but you're right. It just stays.
Oh, so it cycles through your deck. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, I really don't like that.
Especially because I was kind of part of me was like, well, shuffling the Nemesis cards into this deck makes it bigger. So, and in a game where our main timer is actually on the deck running out too many times, that seems good. But they're gonna get sucked out into our decks. I assume if I draw one, it goes to my deck.
Oh yeah.
So
every
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, so we're on the timer.
Annoying.
And he's probably going to have 34, maybe 36 hit points next stage.
So he's attacking me. He's still attacking for 1. I'm worried that when he advances, it'll be... Oh, wait, no. The question is, am I interrupting with the staff? I guess I am. I guess I am. All right, so he starts to attack me. I interrupt with Gambit's staff and defeat stage 1. Stage 2 says, when revealed, place 2 threat on each friendly character.
Oh, no way.
Damn, that's a lot of threat.
Character. Oh my god.
Let me change this up a little bit because I'm going to need more of these 2s.
That is 5 total? No, more.
2 threat on each.
1, 2, 3. Sorry, I mean 5 characters total, but 6 characters. Because we each have 2 allies.
Yeah. Yep, so 2 on Gambit, 2 on Quake, 2 on Rogue. 2 more on
this Rogue.
Your Rogue. Yeah, I don't know if we've said that in this video, but since we're playing the new Gambit and Rogue characters, we're ignoring the uniqueness rule for our signature allies.
That's right. Because we disagree with it.
Fun, yeah. So that was effectively 12 threat brought into the game.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's real bad. And then, speaking of threats, his scheme, not his attack, has increased. He's scheming for 3. And after your turn ends, discard the top 4 cards in the encounter deck, putting a threat on your hero for each card that is not a member of the Mojo encounter
What are his
set.
hit points?
18, so 36. Welp.
Man,
That's his thing, is just like put the threat on overdrive. Did I remember when I put threat on the main scheme that it was accelerated? Did I put 3? I kind of think I put 2.
I don't think you did.
I better put 1 out to be safe. Okay, that's a thing that happened. Sure, glad I did that. At least his attack did not improve. I am going to defend, hopefully then, for my armor to ready me. So 1 and 1 boost icon is 2. So I do ready myself fully defending. So that much is nice. His activation against you is an attack, 1 and a boost. What are you doing?
I will take it. I've got a tough status, so I'll just take it. 1+, attach this card to Mojo. Son of a...
Oh, his Stinger Tail's back, which is functionally 5 or more hit points. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Lose that.
Okay, now it's the encounter card step. So, choose which... That's an empty sleeve. Choose which modular encounter we're playing now.
Crime.
We are going to the crime show, which is great because this is the rerun we're getting last. Fantasy, which we've seen before.
Okay.
Is going to be our last one if we don't win fast enough.
Yeah. If we don't
So we're going to, let me check this out again. This tiny print. Shuffle. So reveal its show environment. The dial in for Mojo obviously gets discarded. Or the new one will discard that. I was wondering whether it removes that so that we're like on each show for a trip through the deck. Oh. But actually, eventually there'll be multiple shows, so it'll start. He's like flipping the channel faster or something. Elementary. No, that's not it. What's the environment here? Am I crazy? Did I just?
Is there no crime environment?
There definitely is.
Oh my gosh, Dial-In for Mojo was the crime environment.
Did we put the wrong one in?
We did. It should have been horror.
Horror would have been... Wait.
Because the horror was the first card I picked. I thought.
Wait, but that's not here. Did I, not sleeve it? No, I didn't not sleeve it.
What?
What's going on here? There's got to be an environment.
These are all crime?
It was the Mojo files.
Oh.
Did I just accidentally shuffle that into the deck, I guess?
Maybe.
Oof. Asterisk on our game.
Yeah.
I guess we'll put that into play now?
Okay. It all evens out. It all evens out.
Sure. So the Mojo files, what's that say?
Oh, this is actually great for us right now.
Oh.
Each minion gains Quick Strike. Not great.
No.
Each ally takes -1 consequential damage after attacking a minion.
Oh, attacking minion. Okay.
That is different. Okay.
All right, and then we're still putting the rest of the crime encounter set on top.
Yes.
I'm guessing that the setting is meant to interact with the encounter set in a way that we've kind of missed out on here, but
Oops.
oh well. Mistakes happen. And then the wheel said to deal the first player 2 face down encounter cards, and then it starts spinning again. And then our regular encounter cards. So you've got 3.
Hot diggity.
Yep.
All right, start from the bottom here. First up, crime scene investigation. It's a side scheme.
Ooh.
It has hinder 1 per player. When revealed, place 1 per player here. So it starts with
8. I am running out of threat tokens.
Man, we really.
There's so much threat. All right, I'm gonna use damage.
Yeah. It's a crime scene investigation. You can use damage tokens.
That's true.
Instead.
So there's a total of 7 threat here because it's 5 plus the hinder 1n.
Okay.
It seems the victim's luck ran out. I guess you could say he lost his mojo.
Oh my gosh. I guess
Detectives Domo and Mojo. Threat cannot be removed from other schemes, this says.
Oh.
And as a hero action, you can spend X science resources to remove X threat from this scheme. Oh, you can investigate it.
Oh,
That's cute.
Good.
Yeah.
Spend X. Remove X threat from the scheme. So, is that the only way to do it? You can't remove.
You can thwart it
threat
normally, I think.
other way?
Yeah. It just says threat cannot be removed from other schemes, so you can still thwart the crime scene investigation
Got it.
normally.
Okay.
All right, 2 more cards left.
Next up is.
Oh, God.
Dragnet. It's another side scheme. Hinder 1 times the amount of players, so another 8.
Great.
It
Or
says
another
the-
7.
This one says the villain cannot take damage. So it's the same thing, except
Oh, yeah.
damage instead of the scheme on
And you can spend
strength.
strength resources to remove threat from this scheme. Huh. I was never here at Boss Mojo.
Cool.
Okay. We're a little
And-
baried.
Finally, the last one, Law and Order.
I'm starting to think that the crime encounter set has a lot of side schemes.
It does.
Yeah.
Each friendly character gets -2 attack.
What? Well, we can't damage anyway. This is another 5 with hinder 1. I hold both of me in contempt. Sure. Mojo's just playing every character in that show, it looks like. Each friendly character gets -2 attack. Hero action spend energy resources to remove threat from here. Okay.
This is the part of the game where I feel like, oh no.
We were talking about how there's the oh shit moment in the middle of a
Right.
game. Yeah, this is it.
I don't know if we're going to beat this one moment.
Mine is build the case. This is an obligation. So this is going to go into play in front of me, it looks like. Forced response. After a side scheme is defeated, place a clue counter here. Then if there are at least 3 clue counter here, discard this card. So it's a good thing we got 3 side schemes so we can get rid of this. It's an acceleration icon until then.
Boo.
Yep. All right.
Holy
Let's get
crap.
to investigating, I guess.
I don't even know where to start.
I'll start. It's my turn first.
Okay, good.
I don't know where to start.
Okay. That's what I was worried about.
Yeah. No, actually, I don't know. I'm like, I can kinda. Am I an X-Men on the other side? Damn it, I'm a mutant. I hate that. Let's see. So is there any? Am I staying in hero form at all? No. No. Okay, so I'm gonna flip to alter ego.
Do you want to draw a card?
I would love to draw a card. Thanks. Ooh, I'm a genius. That's just a free 2 thwart.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
2 threat remove.
Yeah.
Which seems not that much.
I've also got Mutant Education, so I'm going to shuffle 2 identity-specific cards back into my deck and draw a card. It's going to be like a Royal Flush and Creole Charmer, because that's my
Those are good.
threat one. My deck's getting a little slim. It was so big, too. It's 43 cards. Ooh, that's Dazzler.
It is Dazzler.
Let's see. So, I I also have Professor X, which seems good. I can confuse the villain. That stops some threat. Yeah, I think I'm playing Professor X here. 1, 2.
Would we say the Law and Order is the one we need to get rid of first of the side schemes? The one that's giving us -2 attack?
I don't know. The attack doesn't even matter if the villain can't take damage. There's no minions right now.
Right now. The -2 attack thing feels backbreaking. Like, we can't... I mean, you are right. It doesn't do
They both
good.
like functionally say the villain cannot take damage right now. Well, the thing is, the villain can still take damage from attack events.
Oh, yeah.
Once we clear that. I think we clear that one first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to pay 3 for Professor X. I have an ally slot, right? Yeah, I do have one. Okay. So after he enters play, choose one, confuse the villain, stun a minion, or ready an X-Men character. And I think I'm going to stun or confuse the villain.
Okay.
Because that prevents 3 and a boost.
Yep.
Thwart. That feels good. And then I think I'll go ahead and thwart with him.
Good
So
call.
remove another 3. Let's take it off of...
Dragnet.
Yeah, I'll take it off of Dragnet. So, geez, I'm just going to have to use damage tokens. It's down to 4.
7 down to 4.
Okay. Then, which one... I'll play my Genius resource to take 2 threat off of Crime Scene Investigation also. That's a hero action, so... Oops, wait. What is the last thing I did? Oh, I played Professor. Yeah, okay. So I'll just back up, do that before I flip. So I haven't done anything important with the flip. And that was... No, never mind. That was the card I drew that you gave me when I flipped.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, ordering...
That
I
would be
can't,
quite
I
different.
can't do that. That actually
Yeah.
is... That order matters.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
All right, then I just have a bunch of resources in my hand that aren't doing me much good. So, I will do some thieving.
Could we heal long shot on your turn?
Yeah, totally. Go ahead.
Boom. Long shot. You're free.
I found 2 boost icons here, which with my Thieves Guild will thwart for 3. I wish I had found a triple and could finish off Dragnet here. I guess I'll still put it here. 1 left on Dragnet. And minions or allies take less consequential damage here? Oh, after attacking a minion. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Quake is just so perfect to finish off Dragnet, though. I think she'll thwart it.
Okay.
Taking a damage and thwarting Dragnet, and that gets me a clue on Build the Case.
All right.
I'm gonna put a charge on my hero too, because I didn't do that before flipping. So that just leaves Rogue, who's still tough. So I kind of don't want her. I guess there's just not big attacks coming our way, so I should not be sitting on like Rogue's tough.
I would agree.
Yeah. So why doesn't she thwart? So she's losing her tough status, and she'll thwart. I guess Law and Order for 2.
Yep.
Your turn. And
Okay.
while you take it, I'm going to use the restroom.
Okay. How do we want to do this, everybody? We are going to play. Man, this is tough. She's ready. Do I want to attach? I need to put touched somewhere. So I need to touch. If I touch a friendly character, I get another thwart. And we need to be thwarting. So I will touch a ally. Touch Polaris. I'll touch Longshot. Don't know what's going to happen to Polaris here. And then I will... Do I have enough to do all of this? No. No, I don't. So I gotta choose what I want to do. And the thing I want to do is...
You're not wrong. The water in that sink is so cold.
Thank you.
It'd been a while since I'd thought about it until you brought it up.
Alright, I'm going to do the responsible thing and not punch Mojo in his face. So I want to...
Oh, speaking of responsible, It would be responsible for me to put the threat on the scheme from flipping.
Oh yeah, that's responsible.
Go on.
Speaking of, oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't flip ever.
Stay as you are.
I mean, we have not been punished for having the threat on us, so I actually think that is kind of the intent, is that one way you could deal with this is just never, ever, ever flip.
It's just the cascading. Alright, so I'm going to... So I touched an ally, a friendly character.
Okay.
So I get +1 thwart with my jacket. I'm going to thwart for 3 on... What do we want? Law and Order?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I will
2 left on it.
thwart for 2 with long shot.
Great. On Law and Order?
Yes.
Okay, so friendly characters have their 2 attack back, and I get a second clue on build the case.
Okay, and what is this one keeping us from doing? Threat cannot be removed from other schemes.
Other schemes. Also, build the case now is essentially like depending on us to clear that. Otherwise, it's an acceleration icon.
We played that wrong.
What do you mean? Oh, all other schemes.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were supposed to clear that one first.
I didn't think about that. Okay, well, we haven't done any attacking, so
No.
it hasn't mattered much. So let's just like sub this out for which one should we have left in play?
Law and Order.
Okay, so it's Law and Order that's still in play. Nothing else really changes here.
Yep.
But you're right. That even stops us from clearing the other side schemes. Yeah. Woof. Okay. Some small mistakes this game, but we're fine.
We're
fine.
evening them out.
We're fine.
We're evening them out.
The internet is not judgmental.
No one noticed.
No.
That's one thing. Alright, so that happened there. So then I'm just going to use my energy transfer, tap X gene, spin this. So energy transfer for 2, attach to a character other than Rogue and deal 2 damage to that character. Mojo's the only one out, so it's going on Mojo.
Nice.
He takes 2 damage, so he's at 34.
Got it.
You're so good with those. And then
I'm an accountant.
fair. And then I get to ready Rogue and heal her for 2, but she was already at max health. And then let's go ahead and thwart for... Ooh, it'd only be 2 this time because she's not touching a thingamadoo.
So maybe I just want to, again, in the spirit of being responsible,
Yeah.
responsibly thwart 2 off
Okay.
of Law and Order
I like it.
To get that clearer. And then I will attack for 2 onto Mojo with Polaris.
All right, it's down to 32. Easy.
Yeah. And I think that's everything for moi.
Okay. That wraps up the round then, except at the end of your turn, now you're checking 4 cards from his deck.
Oh, gosh. It feels so bad. Should I flip? No, because then that happens.
Then you send that 7th threat over. I think you're stuck in hero form forever. I think that's the play here. And just don't... We've seen at least one treachery that can also cause it to come over, so just
Yeah.
don't draw that.
Don't
Yeah.
pull curtain call.
That's the one. Mojo card, Rogue Nemesis, and Crime. So you get 2 more threats, which is going to make you at 9.
So
Here's a 5. Perfect. Oh, then I have... Oh, I don't need change anymore.
we did
Got
it.
rid of most of the side schemes. Okay. We're alive. No one can say we're not alive.
We are live. I don't think I'll ever use this card, so I'm going to discard it and draw 4 cards. You just got to make sure you're using Moira and the X Mansion.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's because those are all for me then, if you're stuck as a hero forever.
Mm-hmm.
Stuck as a hero forever. Is that a sentence that has ever been said?
I'm just stuck as a hero.
Okay. This card's actually great. This is like Mojo, anti-Mojo tech. Who knew? Living Tribunal, the card that
yeah.
shuffles into his deck,
Right.
makes his deck bigger.
Yeah, great.
But anyway, that's for later. Now, there's a total of 4 threat per round going on the scheme. So, we're going from 19 to 23 on there. And then he's going to activate against me first, but he's confused. Thank you. And then he's going to attack you for 1 and this boost card.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Actually, why don't I have Professor X defend it?
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Professor X. Thank you for taking
1 damage.
1 damage.
And then fleeing off into his mansion.
Bye, Professor X.
Okay, then encounter cards. At least that is just the regular 1 each right now.
Good.
Count your blessings. Top billing.
Oh boy.
When revealed, heal 1 damage from each character you control. Place 2 threat on each character you control.
What an interesting. Okay.
Huh. Okay, I need to, like... Alright, I'm going to put some damage here because I need these 2s. So, 2 on Red
It's just you.
2 on Rogue, 2 on Quake, and Quake heals.
Okay.
That's it. Your card.
This really makes you start thinking, like, if you want to ever use your heroes again.
Yeah.
Enough so that they would die.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, your allies. Oh boy. Okay, my turn. Oh, villain schemes. Damn it.
Oh, advance. Yeah. Okay, so
3 plus a boost.
3, 4. 4 total. Okay, 27 on the main scheme. I've seen better. Let me retcon 1 slight thing, if you don't mind.
I don't.
Mojo did attack. He hit Professor X, but Gambit staff still does him 1 damage.
Oh, and also I had to retaliate 1, but he didn't attack me. He attacked.
Oh, yeah, he was no longer attacking you once Professor X stepped in.
Got it. That goes there. Okay.
Okay. Welp.
Am I first player or you?
You are now.
Well, no minions out.
Nope.
Don't have all that interesting of a turn. I guess I could get rid of the Law and Order.
Yeah, because that will get rid of Build the Case too. So that seems great.
Oh yeah, okay. Let me just go ahead and do that then. So I will, if you on X-Mansion on your turn we need to heal long shot. He's going to go up to 2 here.
Sure.
So he's going to thwart for 2. I will basic attack by touching. I have to touch a friendly character. I'm going to touch long shot to get aerial. So she's going to do 3. He's going to do 2. That's 5. Goodbye, Law and Order.
Nice, and goodbye, Build the Case. Good job.
Okay. Then I'm going to spend one of the X genes and 2 cards. Spend these 2 cards, and I will play Southern Cross. Southern Cross lets me deal 6 damage to an enemy. If Rogue has aerial, this attack deals 2 additional damage, so I will deal 8 damage to Mojo.
Love that. He's down to 23.
Okay, I can.
We actually, as much as the threat is starting to feel like it's spiraling with so much of it on all these characters, like his health is actually getting down to down to striking distance.
See the end inside.
Oh
here.
wait, that just took out his stinger tail, huh? Or we've been forgetting about that. We'll just put that back and say that took out his stinger tail.
Yep.
Probably in reality we should put a couple points of damage as we went.
Damn, but it's
You
punishment.
know, with 2 back-to-back games, we've been playing Marvel Champions for like 5 hours.
It's true.
Clearly, our brain's frying a little bit, but it's
I would've-
close enough, I guess.
I think I would have touched differently then if I knew I was going to do 8 damage. I would only do 3, so I think I would.
Touch. But no, I can't because that would give me the thwart I needed. So never mind. Just fuck it.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Yeah, actually, I think the main thing, so I can fix this too. Gambit's staff should have essentially put a damage on the stinger tail, so I'll just put a damage back on him. Right, because that's an extra one that was kind of wasted. Yeah. Okay, so he's at 32. Then I think we're back.
To the game being fair again.
Yeah, fair-ish. To the extent that any of this is
We
fair.
are so Ahead of the game.
To the extent that a game where we are running out of threat counters can be fair. Speaking of threat, let's do some de-threatifying. Actually, first, I am going to go ahead and I'll use the power of justice to pay for Living Tribunal.
Hey, Kyle. Yes, we're still playing.
Hi, Kyle. We are.
This is tough.
And it's our second game.
Thanks, Case, for watching. Enjoy Last of Us.
Oh, new Last of Us. Enjoy. Yeah. Is this episode 8 or 7?
I don't know.
I think there's going to be 9 in the season. You haven't been watching? What?
Was gonna start that or Severance and went with Severance.
They're both incredible shows.
Okay.
Severance is like my favorite show in years, so I guess I can't fault you, but
Did you play the Last,
Last
of Us game?
also only the first couple hours of it. I actually I didn't play it when it was new. I picked up they did like a remaster. They've re-released it twice now, right? There was like a remaster and then a remake or something. I picked up the remaster and started it early in COVID and was pretty quickly like, this is not the vibe I'm looking for right now in month 2 of
Bad
COVID.
time to play it. Bad time to play it.
So I never did circle back to it.
Yeah.
But the show is incredible. It's so good.
Yeah.
And I did not expect it to be the best show of the year, but it might just be. Probably, I think it's already, having run half its season, like far and away the best like other media ever made based on a video game. I'm pretty sure.
Sure.
Not that the bar was high, but
Sure.
Although I don't know, the Super Mario Brothers movie comes out in a few weeks.
Oh, that looks so good.
It does. I've seen quite a bit of it. It's better than I expected. Yeah. Where was I?
Where were we?
I played the Living Tribunal. For my next trick, I will.
Those cards.
Yeah. I guess I'll hold on to charged card for a future turn because that's an attack event. I'm gonna play Bishop.
Oh, let's on your turn. Let's heal a little.
Oh yeah, heal long shot.
Yep.
It is slightly annoying playing Bishop and knowing that next time he puts threat on every character, that's yet another character. But,
yeah, that's true.
But also, I'm not getting attacked much. So I think he's probably going to mostly thwart, so he'll make up for it. And in fact, what I'm going to do now is thwart with Bishop and with Rogue for a total of 4.
I like that.
We don't have any ones. What do I do? We're out of threat tokens. I guess I'll be damage again.
There we go.
So there we go. Quake, I think, since she only has 1 thwart, she'll actually attack Mojo.
Okay.
Take a damage in return. Also, these should all take a consequential damage.
So you got him down to 30.
Yeah, he's down to 30. It's a big moment, I feel like.
He's right there.
I'm also going to do some thieving extraordinaire. So, top 2 cards of the deck have 1 boost icon and 0 boost icons. But this one's a Mojo card. And it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen the other. Okay, so I'll take the one with the boost icon and use my Thieves Guild, so remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Then I flip, he says confidently. Thanks. Yeah, I'll flip, which sends this threat to the main scheme.
He says confidently.
But I can charge the card.
Charge the card.
And that's my turn. So
We really need you to.
Was that worth flipping?
We really need you to royal flush.
I don't know if that was worth flipping. I think I'm going to undo that flip.
You sure? Because next turn, if you wanted to go back to Alter Ego, you could Moira McTaggart.
That's true.
There's always that synergy. But it's up to you. It might be more.
All right, fine. I'll flip.
And if you get an attack, you're gonna.
Because then I can charge, yeah, and I'd like to have a big turn with Lara, just like play 2 attack events and dump all my charges.
We really need you.
But I have to, now that I'm a hero, I have to do the 4 cards.
Oh, yeah.
And none of them are Mojo cards, so 4 threat on the main scheme. It's up to 27 out of 50. So it's like, doesn't feel that close, but we have like the rest of that is distributed on our characters.
Yep.
All right, that's it for me. So, ready?
Yeah, we need to start doing massive amounts of damage on this idiot.
Yeah. I guess bigger hand size would have been a reason to stay in Alter Ego also.
2,
Ooh. Okay, well, I have 2 attack events here. Villain phase, he's going to, put 3 threat on his scheme, so that's 30. And then activate against you, it's an attack for 1 and that boost. What you doing?
Yeah, I will take it.
Okay.
I will take 3 damage. So
Ow.
11 goes down to 8. So...
He'll attack me and I'll defend. Okay, and I fully defend, so my armor will ready me. And also, I'll have Gambit Staff deal a damage to him. Take that. That was more of a whip than a staff sound. It's more of like a fuck. There, thank you. Yeah. Okay, encounter cards. Here's yours.
But I don't want to.
You have to.
Okay. God.
Whoa, wait. Shadow of the Past, what does that do when your nemesis is already in play? I don't even know.
It does something else.
Does it, or does it a surge?
Reveal your set-aside nemesis menu and put it into play, engage with you. Reveal your set-aside nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Oh, we forgot to do that last time.
Damn it. God, this is a mess of a game.
Asterisk.
All right. Yep.
Shuffle the rest of the set-aside. If your nemesis menu does not enter the game this way, this card game surge.
Okay, so it surges.
Okay.
Or, I mean, we could put the side scheme in play.
Nope.
Fair enough. I forgot about that.
Director's directions. When revealed, choose one. I can spend 2 different resources.
Okay.
Mojo can scheme. Or I can take 1 damage for each threat on my identity. If I take less than 2 damage this way, this card gains surge.
You would take 9 and be defeated.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
It would.
So I'm not going to do that.
How do we feel about the 2 different resources?
2 different resources. I really don't want to do that.
I mean, he can scheme.
Yeah, I think I have to have him scheme. Because I've got some, and I'll make that back with some of the cards I'm going to be using. Yeah, I think I'm going to make him scheme. So 3 plus. Oh my gosh.
3.
6.
Schemes for 6. What have you done?
It's a bad thing.
So he's at 36 out of 50. It's getting up there. And I feel like I did a lot of thwarting on my turn, too.
Yeah, how did this happen all of a
I
sudden?
don't know. I saw a card. Deadly Touch. Give to the Anna Marie player.
I don't need more shit going on. If touched is attached to a friendly character, deal 2 damage to that character, discard this card. Oh no.
Oh.
Long shot.
But this is a choice, right? So long shot would go, or...
No, it's not. If touch is not attached to a friendly character, place 2 threat on the main scheme. So, she
All right.
just
she
did lethal...
touched long shot to death.
What a way to go.
In the Mojo Mania story, that's how long shot went.
That's a shame. Now, where does he go when he dies?
I guess into your discard pile. He's got a resource printed on him. So even though has his null cost and you can't play him, he's a wild resource. He's not in the right sleeve. I'll fix that.
Very much the wrong sleeve. Hooray! No, don't put a sleeve in a sleeve.
Nope, I'm not going to sleeve that sleeve. There you
Don't
go.
you sleeve a sleeve.
All right.
Okay,
we made it. I'll take first player. This is a lot. There's a lot happening here, but we can try to kind of push towards a win, right?
We should try and do
I will charge the card,
Charge the card.
and then play a charged card.
Nice.
Attack action, deal 4 damage to an enemy, and I'll just put 3 charges into this to make it 7. None of the keywords ranged, piercing, or overkill matter, so I'll just do my 7 damage. And then...
Is it 22?
Is it 22?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, we can talk about... Oh, did an enemy attack me this turn? It did. I should have put a counter on Bishop.
Oh.
After an enemy attacks you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I defended it. That's why my armor is exhausted. Yeah. So Bishop can attack for 2. Quake can attack for 2. Rogue can attack for 2. I have 6 more from allies. And my basic attack, I have 8 more on the table. I do not... Actually, I do have another copy of Charge the Card. So I can attack for 8 and put the rest of my charges into that 6. I can do 14 more of this 22. Can you do 8?
Wait, 14 of 22? Are you serious?
I can do 14 more than I just did, yeah.
Yeah, I can do 8.
Oh, I think we'll win.
Holy crap.
That's a little anticlimactic.
As it always goes. In this
That's
game.
true. It's true. So yeah, I spend my last 2 cards to play another charged card. Put my last 2 charges into that, so it's gonna be 6 damage. I'll change the tokens after I do the rest of this. Bishop has a token he can remove to do 2, and that'll finish him off. Quake. Oh, the one thing is all this threat is going to the main scheme. But as long as you're going to win and not send all your threat there, then it'll be okay.
Yep.
So, because Quake is going to do 2 damage, being defeated and sending 4 threat to the main scheme. And Rogue actually does not get defeated. She has an extra hit point, so she takes the consequential damage and deals 2. So I just did 2, 4, 6. I'm going to use my basic attack. 8 and 6 from the card I just played is a total of 14. So that leaves 8 hit points on Mojo. Your turn.
It's so weird how fast that happens.
It is. It's a really weird aspect of this game where it's like
it seems
you tend to like chip away because you're managing threat and everything. You're chipping away in such small numbers that you look at a number like at the start of my turn he had 29.
Yeah,
and it was like okay, there's no way. And then when you actually look at what if we ignore the scheme and do all the damage,
yeah,
suddenly it's doable. Yeah, it is. It is weird.
I will touch Polaris.
Okay.
And for tap X gene for 1, 2, 3. I will hit him with the old Southern Cross.
Oh, yeah.
Does 6 damage plus 2 if I have aerial, which I do from touching an ally.
That's 8.
8 damage.
All right, we did it.
We have completed Mojo Mania.
Let's check out what is sure to be the really exciting text to read when you win here.
Give me
Ready?
the conclusion. Give me the conclusion.
On victory, the players win the campaign.
Yeah, but what else?
There's a frequently asked questions page.
No! Yay.
Yeah, no explanation of how we get home. Right? Weren't we kidnapped and transported
Hello?
here? It's like we defeated Mojo until he, I don't know, gave up on putting us on a show or passed out or whatever happened to him, and
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Well, all that said, that was I think you'll agree with me. I think I like that one the least
I agree.
of the 3 of them.
I liked Magog and not Spiral.
Spiner. Oh, Spiner.
I agree. I think Mojo had an interesting seeming thing going on that did not ultimately matter that much.
No, it didn't play out, and the threat stuff was just annoying.
Yeah.
It just annoyed me.
I mean, it was not like even though we won, and we definitely made some mistakes that
We did.
that helped us. Like if we had that extra side scheme, I don't know if we would have been winning this turn. I don't think it was probably the difference between winning and losing.
I don't think it was.
But we were up to 40 threat on the main scheme. Like it was not. We were also pretty close to losing, is what I'm saying. So it was not like it was a pushover, but it was.
When we had the 3 side schemes out, I was like, I'm not sure how we're going to clear 21 threat off these side schemes.
Right.
To resume play of the game, because it basically was like you can't do anything until you deal with these.
Yep. But I still really enjoyed the like flavor of it and the different genres of TV show and the wheel of genres and all that stuff. And then it just landed a little flat in gameplay.
I think if we had had more, we did not have one single minion engage with us that entire time. So I think if we had had a couple minions instead of the side schemes, I think that would have felt a little more interesting.
You're right. The only minion we had was your nemesis that entire game.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. So
there were a few in the deck. Now I'm curious. What kind of what did the minions actually do? From horror there were vampires and werewolves.
Oh, of course.
Okay, I know. I was saying earlier today, it might have been on the previous video if you're watching these on video uploads. But I was saying that I don't think individual cards like minions and allies and stuff nail flavor that much. Mm-hmm. This is a fun way to use the mechanics as flavor. Just simply attacks with piercing deal double damage to vampire. It's like that stakes to the chest. Yeah. Right. I actually super dig that. That's a good one.
And your attacks with your
charge a card.
Do that.
Yeah, or not charge a card. Charged card.
Charged cards.
Difference. Yep. Same letters, just different spaces.
Long shot also attacked with piercing, so that.
Right. Okay, so the vampires we would have dealt with pretty well. There were werewolf packs. Oh, the Kraken we saw because it was a boost card, but that was a pretty wild monster. I'm curious about these supporting actors because we saw several. After they activate against you, you put 2 threat on them, and then I guess when they're defeated, they go to the main scheme.
Of course I do.
So then that leaves you, it's similar to the decision about, like, threat is building up on you, do I just never flip again? Threat is building up on this, should I never kill it?
Should I just leave it?
Is the question then.
Leave it in play?
Yeah, and its boost effect, which we did suffer its boost effect, was place a threat on each character you control.
Yeah, it's an interesting... It's all interesting. In this particular game, I don't think it added up to something
It didn't quite land, yeah.
Exactly. Maybe with a different combination of cards and things that come out,
yeah,
maybe it would. But I do felt that I think Magog was my favorite encounter of the 3 of them. And they're competing for ratings.
I think so too.
That was good.
Yeah, that felt super unique.
Mm-hmm.
Having a different, a completely alternate win and lose condition.
I honestly never did really wrap my head around the wheel of genres. I thought it would be cool.
It was just it was a big event every time the deck ran through. That was like add another genre and draw a bunch more encounter cards from that genre because they go on top of the deck.
That makes sense.
It was also the timer on the game, which I kind of thought early on, because when we weren't dealing with threat, I thought it was kind of the main timer.
Yeah.
But ultimately, threat ended up being an issue. We were not going to make it to the end of the wheel. We were going to lose on threat if we lost. Yeah.
Started worrying much less about going through the encounter deck and really more on the threat piling up.
I think my main other thought on the Mojo encounter is, thank God neither of us was protection. What the hell would they be doing? There were no minions, and he was attacking for 1.
I, in fact, was protection.
I forgot you were protection.
I was like,
I forgot you were protection.
What are you talking about?
That's so funny. Why did I think that you were like leadership or something? You were obviously protection. But you weren't playing a lot of like. You weren't playing like a lot of defense events.
Maybe,
right?
I don't think I played a single protection card that entire time. Everything I played was my identity card.
Polaris.
Oh, you're okay.
It's a protection
Polaris.
card.
You're right. I did play her.
Right.
Everything else I was... Oh, and Judokai skill, which I never ended up even using. Yeah.
Huh.
None of my protection cards I ended up using. It was just not... Protection is not my play style.
Yeah.
I just can't be... It just feels bad to me to be... I feel like... And we have to be so aggressive, so... It does not...
I mean, I would
pay off for you to be...
I don't know how I feel about... I have mixed feelings on protection, and it's probably the aspect I've played the least. But
I thought you said it was your favorite.
In theory, it's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if have I played it the least? Maybe that's not accurate. Maybe leadership I've played the least. Leadership's probably my least favorite. But I like, it is very much my playstyle to be like, I'll take the hits and also bad things happen to the villain because they hit me. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the really reactive playstyle that leads to can be frustrating when not that many bad things are happening for you to like reflect back or whatever.
Sure. In this starter deck, I like your Drax deck that we played, where you had
exact thing. I was protection in that Drax deck. Oh, because I guess I played a decent amount of protection.
When things happen to me, bad things happen to you.
Yep.
The villain. That I do like that, but in this starter deck, none of that is. This starter deck is just all about like damage mitigation.
Yep.
Which is
fine.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever. I never got to use tackle, which I was hoping to stun the enemy. That didn't end up being his damage. I was actually really surprised. In no way were we ever concerned about damage in this scenario. Like
no,
ever.
No, there were some of the like modular encounter set minions could have become a problem damage wise, but other than that, like Mojo was hacking for 1.
Yeah, when he activated, it was
nothing. We would much rather him attack us than be scheming for the most part. Which was tough, because then the flip side is if we stayed in hero so he would attack us, then he did the thing where he flipped several cards over and caused threat anyway.
Which they clearly knew that they were doing that to not encourage you just to stay in hero form.
Yep.
Cool.
It's weird. So overall, I really liked the pack. I still love that the scenario packs are like these, or this one, and I hope this becomes a norm when and if there. I don't think there's any more like announced scenario packs even. Right?
There's nothing announced beyond what's been released.
So, but I would like to see more mini campaigns like this that are lower price point and separate from heroes. Because I was saying, I think in our previous video too, that I wish that they would go all the way and not even have the campaign boxes have heroes in them. So it was purely a la carte, buy what you want. But yeah, this is a great example of a little, you have friends over for a weekend and want to play a mini campaign. Like this is perfect. Or just
Yeah, and having 3 villains in a scenario pack, because normally the first one was Green Goblin, that was 2. Then you had the Wrecking Crew, that one's weird, and then you had the Hood, which is just one guy.
Just one that is supposed to be kind of, because it's all about the modular and counter sets,
Right.
could theoretically be really different. Although I feel like when you're using like 7 modular and counter sets with him, it all just dilutes each other and feels like nothing. I think that's how it feels.
Yeah, that's so weird. Was there no other villain in the Hood pack? It
No.
just seems weird that this one has 3.
The Hood's like main selling point was like, look at all these modular and counter sets you'll add to your collection. He had like 9, and you only play with 7, but he had 9. It was like the Hood pack is like a modular and counter set booster pack with a villain that you can use.
That's so weird. The Hood's a great character.
Yeah, but
I mean,
no,
he's -2, but you can get a demon in your hand.
And this pack, it still has the scenario packs have like 80 cards in them. This stretched them far.
Yeah.
Like, and it was not having us use like core set modular and counter sets or anything like that. It was using its own modular and counter sets, its own, and it came out with 3. We have varying opinions on them, but 3 solid scenarios that don't feel like half-assed scenarios or mini scenarios or anything. Because there's 3 in this little pack.
I still like the Mojo in scenario. It wasn't bad by any means.
Right.
I thought the other ones were a little bit better. But no, overall, Fantasy Flight, make more of these.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I think I could skip the big campaigns for a while and just see more of these.
Yeah.
Give me, instead of 2 5 scenario campaigns a year, give me 4 of these a year. I'd be happier, I think.
Yeah, that said, we were having a lot of fun with Sinister Motives
before I lost some cards and we pivoted.
Before we were so rudely interrupted.
That's true. I'm not saying those are bad.
So we could get to the end of that one and be like, okay, maybe if all the campaigns were like this.
That's a good point. I'm not saying that the campaigns have been bad, with one exception, but I like the shorter bite-sized ones. It's also maybe a better fit for my relationship with Marvel Champions, where I play it a couple times a month. So the fact that there are 45-ish heroes now, like committing to one for 5 games, or if you lose a couple, 7 or 8 games, is a lot when there's so many other heroes I could be playing.
I don't think there's 45, but there are a lot.
I actually think there are.
No.
Or I think it's 44. I counted recently. I don't remember why. I remember I went to Marvel CDB and I had it like sort by heroes, but some of them are I think it's with like Ant-Man that he shows up as he has 2 hero cards, so it showed up twice. So I had to do some ruling a couple things out, and I think I landed on 44. It was it was like 50 until you take out like Ironheart and Ant-Man and the Wasp and one other exception. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's a lot. It's a lot of heroes. And I own, maybe more than half, but less than 3/4 of this stuff. And I still feel like I have more than I can play with.
Yeah. I got them all, and I don't feel like I have that many. I mean, I have a lot, but...
You have a lot of heroes.
45's a lot.
You have a lot of heroes.
Woo!
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the games. This was great.
Yeah.
This is a good campaign.
Thank you. That was fun. We did it. We made it all the way through.
We did. We didn't lose a game.
Yeah, we didn't.
But they all felt like we were under threat of losing. So at least I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's too easy. Like, I had fun.
They certainly were not cakewalks.
No.
And we are experienced Marvel Snap players. I gotta think that plays.
You think that transfers over?
Has to.
You think my diamond rank in Marvel Snap is really carrying me through here?
Did you ever get past 67? I'm at 65.
I'm still at 67. I've been bouncing around between 66 and 68 for a little while. I really want to get to 70 before Monday night is the new season.
You got
tomorrow night?
You got 24 hours.
All right. It's going to happen.
I'm excited.
I'm doing nothing but that. No sleep,
season.
no work.
Yeah.
I have 24 hours to get there. All right. The new season looks fun. If you've stuck around through our rambling for the last 20 minutes about now various Marvel games, thank you for watching. I don't think I said yet on this video, but press the buttons, subscribe. That would help us out. We were saying earlier, don't hit the bell.
Do not get notifications.
We don't condone the bell. You don't want push notifications.
You've got so much going on in your life.
Yeah.
Don't add that.
Don't hit the bell. In fact, go to some of your other subscribe channels and
unbell them. Unring the bell.
Because who wants...
You can unring that bell.
Who wants to wake up in the morning and have your phone wallpaper replaced by Mr. Beast posts a new video?
Yeah, no. You would get to it when you get to it.
Yeah. Anyway, On that note, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Hi.